Hey pilots, Drain Man here, and today I have an exciting video. In today's video, we are going to be building this all new, brand new itsfpv Era Mini. This is the mini version to this biggie itsfpv Era frame, and this is one of the most well-built, thought-out frames on the market. And in today's video, we get to build its mini-me. Let's go! Woo! All right, pilots, so here's the deal. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's very robust. It's nice and strong. This is a nylon polymer. This is not a cheap plastic crap or carbon fiber with a couple little rails right here and a bar across. No, this is solid. It really is, and I'm excited to build it out and take it to the skies. So let's dive right in. So the first things first, we're gonna need our stack. When you're assembling your frame, which we went over in the review portion of this frame, but when you're building it, you'll notice here you have the different holes. And that is where you make your choice. Do I wanna run a 25 by 25? Do I wanna run a 20 by 20? You gotta make that choice. We were gonna run, and if you did watch, I was gonna run this beautiful AIO here, but it's only 35 amps. So I figured, you know what? And it's all bare electronics, as you can see. So we're gonna beef it up. We're gonna go 40 amps, and this is 6S 40 amps. And if you take a close look at this, this is a well-designed, robust, strong, packed with heat sinks. I mean, the electronics aren't as bare and open. I mean, this is a good-looking AIO. This is gonna be our first step, is to go ahead and probably get our motors mounted. So I wanna do that. Something that you need to know about the motors, I am going with these here. These are the Avengers. They are 1507, 3600 kV. That's going to put me about at a 4S. Something you're going to notice about the motor that I selected is I've got two motor mounting options. You see on the feet here, I can go with the longer size or I can go with the shorter size, okay? A lot of this class motor will still come in a 9x9, okay? And that's for M2 motor mounting. And the M2 is the size of this screw right here. And these are not. These are a 12x12. So it's important that you get that 12x12. You don't want 9x9 because they're just not gonna fit. Boom! So that's up to you. If you want to run the chooches and you want to run the skids together, that does get a little complicated because these do have a small lip on them, and when you put that lip on the bottom and it's sticking up just a little bit, then you try to put these on, they're not really flat. So you gotta kind of consider, do I want both and have the struggle, or would I like to just pick one and be smooth, easy sailing, no problem? I'm gonna run the skids underneath. So very simple, motor underneath. And then we're gonna put our skid on top, just like that. I put the bulge in the back because I believe that's how the design belongs. And then we need a mounting motor screw. Once we get one in, it kind of holds everything together. And then from there, it's obviously downhill. So we're gonna grab that. And then we need our M2 driver. Well, not M2, it's our 1.5. And we're gonna just rotate that in. And we're not gonna go real tight because we need some movability. And then we're gonna set 3 more screws real quick. All right, boom. And then I'll snug it up in a little bit. But you can see that my motor is mounted. I've got my skid on the bottom to protect, and everything is looking good. And the gray doesn't look bad with the lime green. I like it, and I got the purple splashing in the back. All right, so here's what we've got. We've got one motor on. I'm gonna put the other 3 on, and then we'll meet back here. Let's go. All right, pilots, there we go. So we've got all 4 motors on. They are nice and secure. The beautiful part was when I was locking them down, they reached a beautiful tightness. All right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pull my AIO out of the way. And I'm going to just set it up here in the corner. And then we need to get this out of our way. And the reason why is because the stack is going to go on top of the camera itself, the camera wire. So, and the cage does not allow the camera to move, is we're gonna go to our 3D pack bin, and that's something you're gonna have. You're gonna have a bag full of 3D prints, and it's super awesome. This right here is what, it just makes it that much more incredible, because we have antenna options, we have XT60 mounting options. Look at this. They even give you grommets if you need to make other size cameras work, or maybe something isn't fitting right, blah, blah, blah. There's our 4 that we're gonna need. We're gonna bring our 04 into the mix, and we're gonna go ahead and mount that. So what we wanna do is slide it in, okay? And you're gonna wanna line these up, all right? Just like that, to where you can see that, right? Then you'll take this, and you'll put it in, and you're, oh, look at that. Perfect. It won't push in. It won't pop out. It's just perfect. I mean, perfect. All right, so now that we've got our first one in, you're gonna see the rest are gonna line up perfectly. So now I'm gonna take the next one, and I'm gonna drop that in, and as you see, perfect flush fit. And once again, I will drop in a screw. Now, last one, last side. I know that was so hard and so painful. It's really not. It's a super easy cage to put together. All right, so there you go. All right, pilots, now we want to mount the actual DJI 04, and it's going to sit beautifully right here in the back. So I'm going to flip that over while holding it. And then I'm going to use the screws that came in the VTX hardware Ziploc baggie. And I'll just do one loose to hold it. And then I always go catty corner so I don't end up out of whack. But you do what works for you. All right, now one of our main connections, because there's going to be... Now, really all I got left is one connection, and I could be done. Why? Why could I be done? Because I run the DJI goggles, and I run the DJI radio. So I could be done because this air unit can do both for me. But I would like to take this a step further, and I'm going to put in a beautiful ELRS receiver. And the reason why is because if you weren't watching the videos, you should start watching the videos. We are doing a fantastic playlist on this incredible radio. Look at this. This thing is gorgeous. We're going to go like that, bloop, because they're pretty much built for it, as you can see. We could probably get you in a little closer. All right. So as you can see, that's connected. The next thing is to connect it here. So I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to connect it there. Okay, so just like that, our DJI air unit is connected. The next thing I want to do is I want to get my XT30. I'm doing 30 because this is a mini. Mini should be 30. And I don't really have a fat head on. I probably could put a thicker head on there, but we'll make do. I'm Drain Man. I'm the solder master. So I always pre-tin. Plus, because I like extra. Just like that. We'll set that aside. And now we'll pre-tin our pads. And these are tiny pads, so we really can't use too much solder either. Look at that. See how it stayed bubbled on top? That's a very important effect that we're looking for. See it? All right, now, do not mess this up. You do want to make sure that you have black on negative and red on positive. And let's go ahead and solder this up. Watch and learn. You don't want too much heat, but you don't want too little heat because you need a nice, strong grab, like we talked about. And there you go. All right, pilot. So I went ahead and put some riser standoffs here. So that way it'll hold up my stack. Nothing. Look at that. That's perfect. All right, now on our top plate, I would normally build this for you during the build, but we did a review video on this frame and I built this for that. So what's very cool, which I have not seen before, is they 3D printed a holder and then pre-drilled 3 holes, gave us recessed screws. Look at that, all 3, 1, 2, and 3, and they hold your straps from being all over the place, which we all know what a headache that is. Then they made adapters. They have a double and a single. It connects to this piece, grabs the frame, the top plate, and look, stronger than ever. And now your antennas can come out the side instead of out the back, where if you take a back crash, you're going to damage your VTX antennas or your DJI O4 antennas. So that is super cool, super sleek. I love it. Can't wait to try this out. And then there's pre-drilled holes, well, pre-designed holes inside of the 3D print. And they actually issue 2 perfectly sized zip ties that will go through like this and grab and hold our antennas. So I'm looking forward to mounting that. But right now what we need to do is go ahead and get all 4 motors soldered up. So check it out. We're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. There, do you see that? Boom. And I'm gonna grab number 2. Okay, and our final connection, number 3. Okay, so that's 1 motor soldered and done. I'm going to hit the others and then we'll meet back here. But what I'd like to do is show you what this is going to look like. We're going to stuff those there. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll zip tie. I'll probably zip tie. If not, I can use a little bit of my felt tape. You know, we'll see. We'll see. But either way, that looks very good. It's nice, it's tucked, it's ready to go. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit all 4 motors and we'll meet back here. Oh yeah, let's go. We are moving right along and this puppy is looking good. You can't say nothing. We got our nuts holding it down. We've got all motors wired up. We've got zip ties holding them down. They look sleek. We've got our air unit in. Our XT30 is coming out the side. It's going to come over just right to connect to the battery. I mean, this is fun swear. Mwah. Okay, very mucho. Now, the next step is to put in our ELRS. If you have DJI goggles and a DJI radio, like some of us do, you don't need this. But, like I've stated before, I want this. So we're going to need just a little bit of double-sided sticky tape. And we're going to stick that piece on. And we really don't have to do that, but I don't want any chances of this flopping around or flying around or anything like that, all right? So I've got that on. Now I want to solder it up. So looking at my stack, which is loaded with features and loaded with pads, I'm going to go ahead and find 4v5, and I've got a ground. And I'm going to go with RX and TX6. Now yellow, if I read this, is coming from my RX. So that means it's going to go to my TX, which is right here. Boom. Okay. And then I've got white, which is my TX. That's going to go right here to my RX. Oh, that moved around on me. Okay. All right, so now I'm ready for my ground. Let's grab ground, and we're going to come over here. And bloop. Ground is connected. And last but not least is going to be our 5 volts. Man, that is a tough place to solder. All right, so we are now soldered up on our ELRS receiver. I don't like all these wires all separated, so what I like to do is I like to spin them up. There you go, that looks way neater. And we don't have to worry about this getting caught in our battery strap because our battery straps are held up by the 3D print, so it really doesn't matter if there's extra, but there shouldn't be too many because instead of mounting it like this, where this floppy is here, I'm actually going to mount it like this, and now it's flat, and that gives me the most reach on this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and zip tie this up, and then I'm going to mount these in here. Let me show you how this is done. Very, very simple. all you do is pass the wire through this slot right here. See the slot? I'm going to pass it through there. So watch. Boom. And then you slide this down just like that. And then there's a spot to pass a zip tie through. So I'm going to go ahead and get those done, and then I'll show it all to you in one shot. All right, pilots, so we've got our Immortal T10 zip tied. That ain't going nowhere. All right, it's just a little pokey out the back. It's going to be safe. All that'll happen now is I'll place this on top, and we'll drop in our final screws. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. All right, pilots, there you go. She is ready. So you have your beautiful canopy, DJI O4 camera, safe and sound. I mean, nothing is going to happen to that. It is safe as can be. It is mounted. I can make adjustments if I need to. I've got all 4 motors on. They have skid protectors underneath. I've got zip ties holding down my motor wires so they don't pop up and get caught by the props. We've got access to our DJI USB-C. We've got access to our all-in-one USB-C. It is Bluetooth capable, so I can just set it up on my phone if I want to. I've got my ELRS receiver right here, our Immortal T out the back. We've got our antennas for the O4 out the top. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. All right, pilots, that is it for this beautiful Era Mini. I can't wait to take it to the sky. Make sure you stick around for the flight footage. I hope that you guys will go get your own Era Mini. I hope that you guys had as much fun as I did, and I will see you on the next one.
Energy, see, you're not ready for the wham. Energy's war, I've never been glam. Energy sure like bars will land like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. Energy wham. To the energy wham. To the energy wham. To the energy. 2 bars, flows too fast. 2 constellation and stars. 2 laughs, 2 hearts. Out of this world and straight off the Mars. Said 2 bars, flows too fast. 2 constellation and stars. 2 laughs, 2 hearts. Out of this world and straight off the Mars. When the energy's right, I follow the path. Gotta know yourself, there's no one to ask. No one to turn to, take off your mask. Don't worry, there's no test to pass. Just live, stop taking, just learn to give. Stop blaming them and learn to forgive. I'll carry on doing my thing. I'll carry on doing my thing till we turn into a myth. Energy wham. To the energy wham. For the energy wham. To the energy. And stars, 2 laughs, 2 hearts. Out of this world and straight off to Mars. When the energy's right, I follow the path. Gotta know yourself, there's no one to ask. No one to turn to, take off your mask. Don't worry, there's no test to pass. Just live, stop taking, just learn to give. Stop blaming them and learn to forgive. I'll carry on doing my thing. I'll carry on doing my thing till we turn into a myth. Energy wham. To the energy wham. For the energy wham. To the energy. The energy's right and we can do this, man. The energy's right and we can do this, fam. The energy's right and we can do this, man. The energy's right and we can do this.